Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 Facebook deal finding hacks that are absolutely free. Before I get started, I want to tell you this. A lot of people tell you you need to spend a ton of money finding deals. They tell you you need software. They tell you you need a phone dialer. They tell you you need to send a lot of mail. They tell you you got to skip trace people. All these things. And while a lot of those tools help you and they're beneficial, if you can't afford them, there's a ton of free methods that will help you find deals. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. And I want you to stay tuned until the very end, because the third one I'm going to show you is super effective. And I know a lot of people that use it and get deals off of it consistently month after month. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the obvious. We're going to go into Marketplace. Now, in Marketplace, we can roll down to home sales and pull up people that want to sell their property. There's a lot of them in here. But the important thing is to filter through them, because we're not interested in every property. We're only interested in the properties that maybe, need some work done, or they're a probate property or whatever. So we have to filter through these properties. Excuse me. So what we can do is, first off, we can put in keywords. So we can put in things like real estate for sale, fixer-upper, and pop that in the search term, and it's going to give us things that have, or properties that have, the word fixer-upper in the description. Now, I notice with Facebook, they'll throw some in that don't have that search term in there. Maybe this one looks like vacant land. Maybe that doesn't have a fixer-upper. This one down here looks like a vacant lot. But they throw some ads in there. But they do put all the ads in that do have that term in there. All right, so we put in our search term. We have the distance filter. So you want to put in the city you're in, or your market, and then put a radius so you're not seeing things way outside of the market. Now, again, Facebook will put things in your results because it's suggested results, but sometimes they'll throw things in that aren't in your market, like this one here in Tampa, but we're whittling it down. All right, the third thing you can do is, they have these filters, distance and all that, but I notice if you click on that, they'll throw a lot of things in there that aren't even relevant to what you're searching for. So I go back and put suggested. Price we can put in here. So let's say we want to do up to 300,000. And then let's put a minimum price in here, because a lot of times they'll throw rental houses and all that. So let's say we'll put a minimum of 45,000. Okay. And then, so we'll eliminate everything outside of that range. All right. Delivery method, I'd leave alone. Condition, I'd leave alone. Date listed. You might want to look at old listings. Sometimes things have been on there for a while, but sometimes you might want to do the most recent. So you might want to click, last 24 hours if you're checking it every day, or last 7 days. So, that's up to you. But once we pull it up, you can see we've got starting to get a good list of houses that look distressed, that look like these might be wholesale deals. So when we look at them, we want to kind of identify, who's selling it, right? This looks like it might be an individual. Let's see, seller going out of town for Thanksgiving. I don't know. It's hard to tell who this is. But we can message them, right? Are you the owner? Are you a realtor? Are you a wholesaler? And you can ask them. Now, if you've got a good buyer's list and it's another wholesaler, then you can say, hey, do you need help moving this deal, right? If you can bring a buyer, they might want to JV with you. If it's a realtor, that's okay if your investors are okay buying an MLS listed deal. So that's okay too. So you have to feel it out when you call. Have your buyer's script, have your seller's script, go through it, determine who they are, determine the motivation, whatever, okay? But this is a great way to find properties. Now, the importance is the keywords: fixer-upper, handyman, right? We want to put things in that are going to show motivation. Probate might be a good one. I have a list that I'll give you of all the motivation keywords that you would want to use on this. And if you look in the description of this video, I'll have a link to a document in Google Drive that will give you all of these keywords. Okay. So, and then lastly, once you search those keywords, set an alert. Okay. I've already got an alert on this one, but set an alert so then when new things pop up, Facebook will notify you, okay? And then put it on your calendar to go in here daily, maybe first thing in the morning when you're having your coffee. Go in here and just scroll through them, check, see what's going on, see what new ones are in here, and this will give you things to work on, okay? Now let's get into the second tip. All right, the next tip or hack that we're going to talk about is joining local real estate groups. Now, you're not going to go in here and try to buy houses from other wholesalers. That's not going to work. But there is a strategy here, okay? So what you want to do is go in to your groups in Facebook and search for your local market, okay? So you can do, Tampa, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Toledo, Ohio, Detroit, right? Wherever. So let's go into Detroit, real estate investors. Let's do. Okay. And pull up the groups, right? And all the groups come up. Detroit, Detroit contractors, builders, and flippers, blah, 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 all of it, right? And you can go in here and near me, public groups, my groups, all that. So, but you really need to join all the investment groups in your area. Okay, so let's go into my groups real quick here and pop into this one. All right, so what you want to do in the investment groups is connect with people, connect with other wholesalers, become the expert in your area, or become someone that other wholesalers can bring their deals to. Okay, so what we're going to do daily in the local groups is give value posts, okay? Because if you go in here and, just, constantly post like who's got another deal, who's got a deal they want a JV, who's got a deal, they're going to say, stop it, right? Get out of the group. But if you go in here and post value every day, right? Best investor-friendly title companies in Detroit, in Metro Detroit. Hey, I found this clean out guy in Detroit. If anybody needs a good clean out guy. Let's see. I had some others written down here. Title companies, lawn care, snow removal if it's in the wintertime and you're in a snowy market, property managers. Hey, do you need a good property manager in Detroit? Here, I got a list of them, right? You can post activities in there, right? Hey, I went and looked at a house today. Hey, I'm working, and I'm talking about the Detroit market, but hey, I'm driving for dollars in Redford today. Any investors looking here? Any other wholesalers working over here? You can post when you had a closing, right? I went to a great meetup and then post the meetup information, right? So you're constantly giving value in the groups, right? So people get to know you and are comfortable with you because you're looking for other wholesalers to start connecting with you and they might be out looking for deals and they might come across something and they probably are, but then they don't know what to do with it. So you're positioning yourself to be able to help them move that deal. All right. Some other things you could post in there. You could post like help posts, like, does anybody need boots on the ground in Detroit? All right. I offer a boots on the ground website template if you wanted to start your own boots on the ground business. But there might be people in this Detroit Metro group. You can see there's 20,000 people in this group. And a lot of them are probably not in Detroit. They're somewhere else, but they're buying property in Detroit. A lot of times they're overseas buying properties in Detroit. So you could put boots on the ground. Hey, you need somebody to go look at a property for you? I'm here on the ground, right? Hey, are you a new wholesaler that needs help calculating a rehab? I just got some rehab software. If you need help, I'll help you out, right? Do you need help crunching your numbers, right? Then you could promote posts about connecting with other people. Hey, I'm going to be working, in this area today. Do you want to go have coffee? Who's up for lunch, right? Any investors want to meet up? Tell me what you're looking for, and I can go hit the areas you're buying and look for properties for you. Um, you could hold your own group, right? Hold your own meetup. You could say, hey, I thought, I'd see if there's any other wholesalers that want to get, together this weekend at, whatever restaurant or wherever, and, just talk shop, right? And do those kind of things. So it's not immediate results by doing this, but long term, you're going to build relationships with other wholesalers. You're going to build relationships with investors, and that's who you want to know when you're in a market. You want to know who else is out there looking for properties so you can help move those properties for them. Okay. So again, in the description, I'm going to put a link to a list of value posts that you could put into all your local investor groups. So I would go into Facebook, I would start joining investment groups and make it a point to go in there every couple days into each group and put some kind of value post in there. Okay, now stay tuned for hack number 3, and this is a really good one. So here we go. All right, guys, final hack here, and you guys are going to love this one, but you have to be consistent. You have to do this every day. Only take about 5 minutes a day, but you got to do it every day to see the best results. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back into groups, and we're going to search for buy, sell, trade groups in your city. So St. Petersburg, LA, Denver, wherever you're at. Okay. Once you get the groups up, you're going to start joining them and start joining them. Sometimes depending on the area you'll have, there'll be a lot of people in these groups. So don't join one that's got 100 people in it. Make it worthwhile and join them that have, 20,000 or 15,000 or, some of them are 50. This one here, 35,000, right? Whatever. But join good ones. Once in limited, like I told you before with the investment groups, don't do 100 a day. Join 5 a day, 8 a day. But when you start, just boom, join, you're going to get banned or not, you're going to get like put in timeout. All right. So you don't want to do that. Do a few a day. All right. Once you get into the groups, you hit join. Sometimes they'll have you fill out some information, where you located, why you joining, whatever, but get joined to the groups. And then we're going to just start making very basic posts. Okay. So once you're in here, you want to make a post that says, hey, I'm looking for a house to buy that needs some work, prefer to buy direct from the owner. Message me. That's it. Okay. You don't say, hey, we buy houses. I buy houses. I'm an investor, blah, blah, blah. Just, hey, I'm looking for a house to buy. You want to keep it simple. You don't want to seem like you're a company in here advertising your company. You want to seem like you're a guy or a gal in here that's just, maybe you and your wife or you and your husband are looking for a house to fix up and sell, or you're looking for a house to buy and fix up while you live there, whatever. But you want to be, just seem like an everyday person posting in here, not a business. Okay. So join the groups, join enough to where you can post into 10 groups a day, right? And make those posts every day. Post in 10 groups a day, 5 in the morning, 5 at night, right? Until you get a pattern of posting, and then maybe you can bump it up a little bit. But do that consistently, and motivated sellers are going to start contacting you. Somebody might contact you and say, hey, I've got a rental property. We only own one, but the tenants have always been bad. We're just kind of sick of doing it. Do you want to buy it? Or, hey, our dad passed away and we're moving mom into a nursing home. We want to get rid of her house, or, whatever the scenario. But you'll start getting those messages. Then you talk to him on Messenger for a minute. Hey, tell me about the house. Where's it located at? Do you mind if I call you real quick and get some information from you? And then you move to a phone call, get out your motivated seller script and start going through the script, right? But you do this consistently and you will start getting deals, okay? If you want to dive deep into this, right? I made a course just on this and I give you all the ad copy. I created some images for you. I go real in depth on it, and I've got a course for $7. If you want to look in the description, you can sign up for it, and it will teach you how to do this, give you all the details and all of the stuff that you need to do to learn this technique or this tactic. Okay, so guys, that's it. If you don't have money to spend on other stuff, or you want to start creating another lead source generation tactic, start using Facebook and do the things that I taught here in this video, and you're going to start to get a lot of leads, okay? And I'll make other videos and get into other things like Craigslist and all that, but do this, start today, and you will see results from it, I promise you. Okay? See you in the next video.